Okay, we'll start. Good morning. Let me put everybody on mute, actually. Give me 1 second. I'm still learning how to use this system, so bear with me for a second. Let me speed everybody here below. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm going to mute all. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Winning on Wednesday. My name is Juan Vides. We meet every Wednesday here at 11 o'clock. And the reason for coming here is to win business. And how you win business is by getting to know one another. This gives us a platform to really get to know one another. And I always say, if you come here 52 weeks in a year, is the equivalent of knowing someone for 10 years. Think about that. If you constantly meet somebody on a weekly basis, you really get to know them, you develop a rapport, a bond, a relationship, and that is what is the essence of the beginning of business. So again, people do business who they like and they trust. Please put your contact information in the chat because I will be emailing that to everybody. Very important, make sure you put your email address because I need your email address in order for me to send you everybody's contact from this chat. Everybody will go 1 minute around the room. I'll call each person. I will unmute your mic. I think I found it much easier if I unmute your mic first. So I'll call everybody and you have 1 minute. I'll time it because we have we don't have that much time, so I will time it. And just to get 1 minute, please, because we have a lot of people to go around the room. So please respect everybody's time. We have 1 minute and the question of the week. So we'll start with Eileen, if you don't mind. Eileen from the Pulse Center for Patient Safety Advocates. How you doing? We'll start with you. You had the great question, by the way. That was a great question of the week. Eileen, I have to say, give her credit because it was her question of the week, actually. So, and she has another great one next week. So I can't wait for next week.
Thanks. I'm Eileen. I use the pronouns she and her, and I'm with Pulse Center for Patient Safety, Education, and Advocacy. We support families navigating the healthcare system and use our assortment of advisors and support people to help. We're a nonprofit and do not charge for most of our services. And I just authored my third book, which is called Rants of a Patient Safety Advocate. It's my journey from activist to advocate and covers years and hundreds of hours at the bedside as a patient safety advocate. The money from the book goes towards funding for Pulse Take Charge campaign in the organization. And there's a chapter in there about being an advocate, helping your family members. There's also a chapter on the other side of the opioid crisis, an interview with an 88-year-old man. And we hope that you will join the Take Charge campaign. I'll put the information in, and we will support your family and friends as they try to navigate the healthcare system. We've been doing this for over 20 years. We're on our 25th year as patient safety advocates. And again, Eileen Carina with Pulse Center for Patient Safety.
And tell us about your superpower you would like to have.
Superpower is flying. I just would love to get from here to there and not waste time. So Zoom is pretty close.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Good to see you, Eileen. Next, we go to Jim. Jim, how you doing, Jim?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm doing well. So my company is Safe Harbor Inspections, and we started the company back in 2003. We made it through the recession, and actually with kind of like flying colors. We now do about 1,000 inspections a year, and we're trying to increase that. Even at 1,000 inspections a year, you know, the profit levels, when you pay all the other costs associated with running a business, you know, the profit levels are not where we want them to be yet. So we're still looking to grow. I'll give you a piece of advice. We do inspections for buyers, for sellers. We do mold, asbestos, radon, pretty much all the things that would want to be inspected associated with a piece of real estate. But if you're selling a house, think about getting an inspection, because a lot of times we turn up things that can be disclosed up front to potential buyers. So let's say the roof is in a deteriorated condition. If you tell the buyers that the roof is in a deteriorated condition and we're selling it as is, you just saved yourself maybe $10,000. Because if the buyer's inspector comes through and says you need a new roof, and you didn't disclose it up front, the buyer's going to say, well, I didn't know I needed a new roof, so I want to take $10,000 off the sale price. So if you disclose things up front, it can save you a lot of money, and there's a lot of examples that I could give you if we had more time. But
thank you. And what's the superpower you would like to have?
Well, mine's going to be more down to earth. What I would like to be able to do, I have lots and lots of people that I could do presentations to, real estate offices. And if I'm one-on-one, I like selling. But if I'm sitting in my office and I'm contemplating the role of being a salesperson, I don't like it. So if I could be a superstar, I would be, sales, getting into the marketing mode and having the right attitude and just doing it. That's what I would like to be able to do.
All right, thanks, Jim. Thanks for sharing. We're gonna go to Daniel. How are you, Daniel? Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can unmute the mic here. Yeah, how you doing, Daniel?
Hi, everyone. It's good to see you again. My name is Daniel. I'm a benefits advisor with Aflac. For those of you who don't know, Aflac is a supplemental insurance that pays you cash directly. And you're free to use this money any way you want. And we do this, a lot of people think it's just for large accidents or illnesses, but it's also for the small stuff as well. If you get a cut in the garden or cooking, it still pays you to go to the doctor. And an example of this actually is kind of a sad one. My uncle, he fell down, cut himself, and he didn't really take care of the cut, and it became septic, which, as anyone knows, when the bacteria enters the blood system. And so that's one of the things why Aflac exists, because it forces you to go for those little things so they don't become huge problems later on, and cost you a fortune later on to deal with. And that's one of the reasons I like Aflac, is just it forces you to take care of yourself. Because that's one of the last things people want. And if you can't take care of yourself, you're not going to earn your money to take care of your house or your car, or your family. And my favorite superpower, I'd want to be super intelligent, just so I can show people up in games.
I like that. I like that. Good, good. Thank you for sharing, Daniel. Next we are going to go to Francisco. How are you, Francisco? How you doing?
I'm well, Juan. Hello, everyone. My name is Francisco Cunha. My company is called Bigode. It's a video production content creation company. We do everything from interviews, testimonials, events, social media content. At Bigode, we believe that good vibes equals good content. Let's connect and make something beautiful. I also want to kind of put it out there. If anybody is looking to improve the way their video looks on Zoom, I have some pointers that I can share. So if you want to reach out to me, by all means, I'll give you some pointers on how to improve your Zoom quality. And my superhero power would be invincibility.
Wow, invincibility. That's a good one. Good thing. Thanks for sharing. And by the way, thank you again for the video that you did. Frank did the intro video for the WOW. So thank you again.
Oh, my pleasure, Juan.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Thank you. Well, Eileen Lichtenstein, how are you? How you doing?
I'm great, thanks. And
Good.
it's great to see everyone here again, of course. So my business is Balance and Power. My book and many of my programs is Soar with Resilience, Succeed, Overcome Obstacles, Achieve Your Goals, and Reduce Stress and Anger. I'm a certified anger management specialist, life and career coach, as well as parenting coach and certified EFT tapping practitioner. And now, of course, I'll say even through all of June, even if things open up, I will only be seeing clients online. And I would really like to give more online training. So if you know of any group that wants to talk with me about it, I'd be grateful. And I think it's just going to be flying, so I could see all that family in Europe anytime.
That's a good one. I like that one. I like it. Next, we're going to go to Yoseni. Yoseni, how are you? Good to see you. How you doing?
Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Yoseni Dineo from Josie Michelle Events. I am a certified wedding and event planning serving New York and New Jersey. We are not able to celebrate events right now in person. However, we have developed packages for online celebrations. So if you think, everybody can do Zoom right now, but I can share good ideas of how can you actually develop a party for your either family, or we can do that for you as well. And I want to welcome my friend Terry from Rido Mart Entertainment. And my superpower will be flying. For some reason, I am afraid of flying in a plane. But ever since I was little, in my dreams, every time that I'm in trouble in my dreams, I fly away. So I think that should be my superpower.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Good to see you. Next, we're going to go to Andre. Andre, how are you?
Hi, good morning, Juan. How are you?
See you. Good. Good to see you.
So Andre Spaina, I'm an attorney and I'm a commercial real estate broker with Brown Harris Stevens. We work with a lot of small business owners. I've been really busy recently renegotiating leases with a lot of restaurants, a lot of offices who are looking to find either a smaller office or looking to sublease their space. Been really busy with real estate closings. We've had a lot of COVID closings, we like to call them, a bunch of masks on, and we're in a parking lot signing documents, exchanging papers. So if you have anyone who's looking to find a new storefront or office, give me a call. My superpower would be mind control, mind reading, so I can have my real estate negotiations go smoother. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Next, we're going to go to Professor Matthias.
Hello, everybody.
Good to see you. You look good.
Good to see all of you.
Always looking good.
Expanding. The group is expanding.
Yes.
Along with, of course, as a professor, to be able to educate the public and be educated in turn. For example, I listed a connection tonight. It's a learning session prior to the holiday of the giving of the 10 Commandments, and it goes all night long, where volunteers give a bit of their wisdom to improve our community. So if you care, tune in at 7:30 and hear me. Basically, I would, if I had the power to instantly make possible accessibility to democratic value of voting. I know that this year we will have mail voting. Perhaps we can achieve more than the 50 or 60%. Can you imagine in our country who actually vote? So my dream is the power of influence and persuasion to go out and vote in the
Thank you.
time.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you. Thank you. Good to see you. Next, we're going to go to Nancy Vargas. How are you, Nancy? Good to see you.
See you, Juan. Good morning, and good morning to everyone. My name is Nancy Vargas. I'm owner of DH2 Chauffeur Transportation. And what we do is provide safe and private ground transportation. We do everything from airport service to groups, shuttle service, anything that takes passengers from point A to point B. Right now, what we're doing in our business is disinfecting and sanitizing our entire fleet so that we can protect our clients and protect our chauffeurs. So that's very important to us. Additionally, we're also doing training to our chauffeurs so that they know what the new social distance best practice will be as they execute rides. One way that we have pivoted is we have added an extension of our services so that if you are in need of a detail in your vehicle, we will come straight to your home or office and we will detail your vehicle as we do our own fleet here at DH2. So thank you so very much. Wish everyone a great day. And my superpower, I will say that I would love to fly because I miss my parents and they live in West Palm Beach. I haven't seen them for many months. And if I had the power to just go there, give them a hug, and spend a little time with them and come right back to New York, I would.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing. Thank you. Good to see you, Nancy.
Nice to see you.
Next, we could go Ying Lee. How are you, Ying Lee?
Hi.
Welcome to Winning on Wednesday. Thank you. Welcome to coming.
Lovely to be here. I hope everybody's doing well in spite of all this. I am a calligrapher. I sell invitations. I sell all sorts of social announcements. Anybody who comes to me, I will teach them the social correspondence the etiquette of social correspondence and how to make an invitation, to word it correctly, and so on and so forth. Besides doing all that, I go from save a date all the way down to thank you cards. I help with event planners in the tri-state areas. I also, my specialty actually is doing seating charts on mirrors and on large parchments, ready to be framed for your guests to enjoy. So when all this craziness is over, I'm hoping to, you know, help you people or anybody who's going to be having a social gathering, and let me help you to do a beautiful invitation for you. So my superpower, actually, I was just thinking, because of all this, I would love to somehow cure all this craziness so that we can all go back to some type of normalcy, and let's be happy again and be at peace. So have a happy day, everybody. Hope to see you again next week.
Thank you, Yin Lee. Thank you for sharing. And just a reminder, please make sure you put your contact information in the chat, because we'll be emailing that to everybody. Thank you.
Great.
Good to see you. Bye-bye. We'll go to Eric. Eric, how are you, Eric? Good to see you, Eric.
There we go. There we go. How are you, Juan? How's everybody doing today? So my name is Eric Guzzo. I am a commercial insurance producer with USI. USI is the largest national brokerage that's privately owned. One of the advantages of working with a company like USI, we have proprietary programs and services. The major thing being USI One. Basically, USI One is a completely different approach to commercial insurance. It's a risk management, integrating proprietary business analytics. It's all about analytics. So basically, we're going to take proprietary business analytics with a network team of national experts with local expertise, such as myself, into a team-based consultative planning process to evaluate your risk profile and identify targeted solutions that address those risks. For me, my primary verticals are manufacturing, distribution. So anybody, you know, that's in the manufacturing, widgets or bolts or fasteners, or, you know, I just did an ingredient company out in Farmingdale. You know, everything is on the table, from an industrial end, you know, commercial businesses, construction, real estate, anything in that space. Since we are a brokerage, we're not beholden to any particular carrier, so everybody's at play due to our size and our scope. We can negotiate some of the best rates that are available.
And Eric, what's your superpower that you would like to have?
I'm really debating between flying and invisibility.
Okay.
I'm going to lean towards flying just because I can't stand still for too long, so that would probably benefit me the most. I'd probably get in too much trouble if I was invisible.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing.
Thanks,
Corey, thank you for sharing. Corey Lowe, how are you, Corey? Let me see if I can.
I am good, thank you. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah. Right?
Yep.
You guys can hear me?
Yep, we got you. Yes, no, we heard you. We heard you before. I don't know, you just unmuted. Hold on. Okay. Let me see. Can you try to unmute it again? We'll give it a more shot. Yeah, hold on a second. We still don't hear you. 1 second. We still, okay, wait, don't do it. Don't do anything.
My name is Corey. Look.
Okay, we got it. Yes, go ahead.
To try this again. All right.
We got you. Don't do anything.
My connection's unstable.
Yeah.
All right, I'm Corey Logaitis. I am a strategist, coach, and professional speaker who helps driven business owners reduce their overwhelm so that they could double their revenue. Do this through one-on-one private coaching. I also get booked for professional speaking gigs to train organizations. And I also offer free online trainings. I did one last week. So for those of you guys who are on it, thank you so much. I appreciate you joining. And if you receive value out of it, I would so appreciate a testimonial if you wouldn't mind emailing me one. So if that's you, definitely let's connect after. If you're new to me, I'm going to be running another one of these free trainings on how to double your revenue during a recession on June 6th, I believe. So I'll drop in again next week and let everybody know where to go to sign up for that. And yeah, so the question was superpower. Right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of go with what Andre said and go with mind reading, because it would make my job as a coach so much easier because people could not be honest with me.
Well, thank you for sharing. And like Corey said, you know, it's good to share. Make sure we like each other's pages. So if you guys have a Facebook page, also include it in the chat, so that this way we can all support each other by liking each other and sharing information. So that's why we're all here to share and like and support each other and one another. Next, we got to go to Len. Len, how are you, Len? Are you still with us, Len? Okay, I can see you just left. All right, we're gonna go to Yvette. Yvette, how are you, Yvette?
Hi, Juan. How are you? Thanks
Good
for
to
having
see
me
you.
again.
Good to see you.
My name is Yvette Osorio. I'm an attorney in Suffolk County. I specialize in, well, not specialize, but I do wills, real estate, and personal injury. Most of my background is in personal injury, auto accidents, slip and falls, dog bites, things of that nature. I do wills, and those are being done virtually as of now. So for all those who are scared in the current environment, it all can be done virtually, and you could sign on your end. We can notarize on a different end and have that filed with the court if need be. And again, you don't have to leave the comfort of your own home. You only need Zoom, FaceTime, a pen, and that is it. And that is what I do.
And what kind of superpower would you want to have?
Well, as the superpower, it's pretty rough to pick one particular. I mean, the being able to read minds was great. I like that idea. And flying also, because I would love to go everywhere. But mainly, I think speed. I think if I could have the speed to get a lot done in one day. We always say we wish there were more hours in the day. We just can't get enough done. But maybe with some speed, I could accomplish everything I want.
Oh, wow. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Yvette. Good to see you. All right, we're going to go to Lisa Strauss Lawrence. Did I
Very
get it
good,
right?
Juan.
I got it right. Yes, I had you butcher it. Yes, I feel accomplished. I've been practicing every day till this day.
Thanks,
just to make
Juan.
sure I got your name. You got it.
Thank you. That legally hyphenated name. I work for Equity First Foundation. We're a not-for-profit organization, and we provide financial literacy and financial education for people of all ages and stages. Now I'm done with that thing. What we're doing now is providing online lessons for students since they're home, and we're trying to help them get a little bit more interesting and worthwhile information. So we try to make it relevant to them. And we're just finishing out the school year, and then we'll figure out what other workshops and what other areas we want to cover. But it is for all people of all stages in life. And financial literacy is something that nobody teaches, and we all really need it. So it is a not-for-profit. Here's my superpower, and here it is, the 60s. Here it is. I really want peace on earth. It sounds really Beatles-ish, but it's true. That's what I would like to be able to do for people.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Lisa. Good to see you. Next, we're going to go
you.
to Rory. How are you, Rory?
I'm good. It's good to see everybody. Thanks for having me, Juan. My superpower view is biased because I was watching a Harry Potter marathon on TV all weekend. So a lot of what I would like as my superpower is really just magic. So I'm going to go with flying. And in this pandemic, I think it would be a good way to see friends without having to go through an airport, which is a very crowded place where you could potentially, pick up germs. But I'm Rory Pinsky. I'm a financial planner with Cetera Investors. I work with a team of 2 other advisors in Kofi John and Justin Hopper. I posted a link to our team website where you could schedule a time to meet with us virtually. We're keeping all of our appointments virtually. And then when we come time to do paperwork, we're in fact doing some backyard signing ceremonies, socially distant to do any paperwork that's required. But we urge you to speak with us and do a financial check-in. This pandemic has been a great wake-up call for revisiting the budget, revisiting the retirement plan, and we want to make sure that your retirement plan is on course to be successful before it's too late and we get too close to retirement and realize that we haven't done enough. So whatever your puzzle is going to look like for retirement as far as different accounts, help us, let us help you put that puzzle together.
Okay. And your superpower, what would it be?
I'm going to fly.
You're fine. That's right. You said that. That's right. Harry Potter. I'm sorry about that. Next, thank you for sharing. Next, we'll go to Alan. Alan Goldberg. How are you, sir? Good to see you. Let's see if we can unmute your mic. There we go.
Thanks, Juan.
Good to see you.
Good morning, everybody. My name's Alan Goldberg. I'm with CardWorks Merchant Services. I do credit card processing and merchant services. I work with all types of businesses, whether they're retail, restaurants, do e-commerce. Most of my clients think that they're good, set, and fine because they've been taking credit cards for years. And what I'm able to do is uncover a lot of the rates and fees which they didn't know that they were paying and give them a fair relationship. I've been involved in the industry for about 35 years and most recently the last 6 with CardWorks. Basically, they're headquartered here in Syosset, but we process all over the country. When I'm not helping people with credit card processing, I'm a director in 2 chambers of commerce, the Plainview Old Bethpage and the Syosset Woodbury. So if any of you are interested or know anyone who needs help with credit card processing, please call me. Or if you're interested in any one of those 2 chambers, I chair membership for both and networking, and would love to chat with you.
Alan, good to see you as always. And what is the superpower that you would like to have?
Well, I'd like to read minds, and if I would have gone first, I wouldn't have said that because, you know, a couple of other people already had that idea. But I'd like not to waste people's time. If they're interested in what I have to say, I'd like to know it up front, and vice versa. So come on, stop thinking that.
Well, I know Alan for many years. Good to see you, Alan. We used to be a networking, but good to see you, man. Next week.
Nice to meet everybody.
Yeah. And by the way, I just want to just make sure once everybody goes around the room, I forgot to mention that I will open up the floor if we have enough time for testimonials and referrals. So that'll be a good time to share more information after the 1 minute. We're going to go to John Rafferty. Good to see you, John. How you doing?
Good, good. Hello, everyone. John Rafferty from WatchGuard 24/7. I'm a retired lieutenant from the NYPD and the owner of a full-service security guard company. We provide security guards, concierges, and fire safety directors to the residential and commercial industries throughout New York and New Jersey. If I had a superpower, I guess I have to go with flying right now, considering, you know, my wife would not get into an airplane anytime soon, and I have a lot of family overseas, so I'll go with flying as well.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing. Good to see you, John. And we go next to Lisa. Lisa, how are you, Lisa?
Good. How are you guys?
Oh, you had a call.
Yeah, my alarm went off. My name is Lisa McGillner. I am the owner and operator of Omnipresent Investigations. We're a licensed and insured private investigative agency in New York and South Florida. We have over 20 years of experience. Our services range from anything insurance related, matrimonial. We also do locates, asset searches, background checks, any type of surveillance and fraud. I am also a notary public as well. We also provide our process servicing. So if anybody needs those services, feel free to reach out. My superpower would be being invisible.
Being invisible. That's a good one. Thank you. Thanks. Good to see you, Lisa. We're going to go to Andrew Mahler. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. Can you hear me, Juan?
Yep. I hear you good.
Hi. Hey, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Andrew Mahler, Allstate Insurance, right here in Oceanside. I am in the protection business, protecting everything from your automobiles to your property to your income. A couple of neat things that are going on right now with the company. We've just offered our 3rd round of what's called a shelter-in-place refund. So basically, the insurance company is going to be refunding for the months of April, May, and now June. We found out yesterday, 15% of every policy holder's monthly auto premium. So that was just announced yesterday. The other thing that they're doing is we have free identity theft protection through the end of this year. You just have to sign up prior to June 30th. And you do not have to be an Allstate client in order to get this identity theft protection. Call me for more details if you have interest. As far as superpower, I think there's a guy in the X-Men. I think it's called teleporting. Is that when you disappear and
yeah.
In a country?
Transport, yeah.
So it's either that or flying, but I'll take the teleporting.
All right, Star Trek.
That's
we still
it.
have Star Trek. Thank you. Good to see you. We're gonna go to Thomas. How are you? Let me see if I can try to mute your mic here. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can do this. All right. Well, we'll try. Hey, Tom. Okay, Thomas, can you unmute the mic? See if you can hit unmute because I'm having trouble unmuting you. Yeah, if you could hit unmute. Maybe the slide left or right. No worries. We can always come back. For some reason, it's not working, but we'll come back. Next, we go to Terry. Terry, how are you? Welcome to Winning on Wednesday, Terry.
Hey guys, thank you for having me. My name is Terry Porphyris. My company is Rhythm Arts Productions. It's a DJ entertainment company. We specialize in DJs, MCs, lighting, big screen TVs, photo booths, basically anything related to the entertainment aspect of your event. We're not just a wedding company or just a bar mitzvah company. We do all types of parties. So whether you're looking for, you know, a simple birthday party for 40 people or a whole, you know, wedding production or bar mitzvah or super sweet 16 for 400 people, or anything in between. I am a DJ and MC. I also have a very qualified team of DJs and MCs that work for me. And, you know, again, we also offer photo booths, open concept and closed concept photo booths. So my company, you know, whether it's me or one of my guys, we sit down with you and we discuss exactly what the needs are for your party, and that's what we give you. In the meantime, I am doing virtual events, but hopefully, you know, the industry will pick up again soon. As far as a superpower, I also would like to be able to read minds, but the one thing I'm going to add, I need to be able to turn it off, because sometimes I'm not going to want to know what some people are thinking.
I like that, Terry. Then thank you. Well, welcome to Winning on Wednesday. Thomas, you can hear me now, or?
I can hear you. Can
Okay,
you hear me?
yep, I hear you good, loud and clear.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Tom Cicero. I'm in the insurance business. My son and I have combined insurance experience of 85 years. And what we learned over the years, one of the biggest problems of the insurance industry, we believe, is lack of communication. And our success was able to explain to people a very complex dynamite product in layman's language. And that's what we based our success on. And we have learned over the years, our best, most loyal clients are the ones that are most informed. And our job is to educate them. I can go on and on. I'm 88 years old. I'm passionate for my business. I'm still active. I'm still accept challenges. And my desire in life, if I can help one person to overcome some trial or tribulation that perhaps that I encountered, that would make me happy, because I'm not smarter, I'm just older, and I lived a complex life. I'll leave you one quick thing. I was self-employed since I was 12 years old. I grew up in the grocery business. I had 4 bakeries. I owned a nightclub. I owned a donut shop that was open 7 days, 24 hours. And then I went in one of the best careers ever, the insurance business. And I'm in that business now 51 years and still love it.
Thank you so much. And Tom, if you had a superpower, what would it be?
It's wife. Helping people. If I can help somebody to avoid a problem, avoid some kind of trial or tribulation, something I can help them with, I'd be glad to do that. Life has got a lot of bumps and detours, and sometimes you need a little detour. So I say, God bless everybody.
Thank you so much, Thomas, and it's always a pleasure to see you, and great, wonderful stories. Make sure to do a one-to-one with that gentleman. He'll tell you great stories, and he has a lot of experience. Thanks. We go next to David. David Fielding, how are you, sir? How good to see you. Let me see if I can help you unmute your mic.
Thank you.
Yeah, good to see
Sorry
you.
about that.
No worries.
Hi, folks. Good to see everybody again. Thanks for having me. I'm Dave Fielding. I'm a patient advocate and nursing home compliance expert with Engaged Caring Solutions. I like helping families negotiate the healthcare system so that they get the care that they need and the care that they deserve by holding caregivers and providers accountable. I am focused on the superpower issue. I got to tell you, I've gone through a whole list of 20 of them, from reversing time to granting instant immunity to people. But like Lisa, I'm a throwback, so I'm going to say I like making people feel and act with compassion.
That's excellent. Well, thank you for sharing. Good to see you. And we'll go next to Kingsley. How are you, sir? Let me see if I could help you unmute the mic. How you doing?
Great, thank you. How's it going?
Yeah, good to see you.
My name is Kingsley. I run the company called Hospitality King Travel. We are a hotel sourcing and site selection company. So we help organizations find hotels around the world for meetings, conferences, events, bonding activities, things of that nature. We also help companies develop corporate travel programs and help them discover, get preferred rates at hotels around the world as well. So anything hotel related, basically we are your best source. And my superpower would definitely be teleportation, to be able to go to Spain for lunch and be back for a Zoom meeting in New York. Well, Zoom meeting anywhere, but you get the point.
Well, thanks, and welcome to Winning on Wednesday.
Thank you.
Next, we're going to go to Jose. Jose, how are you, sir? Jose Serrano, how are you?
All right, there you go.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
How are you? How's everyone doing today? My name's Jose. I own JS Visions Photography. We are based in Garden City. We do event photography, weddings, bar mitzvahs, bar mitzvahs, strict 16, quinceañeras, and trying to get into the corporate photography, event photography as well. Not just events, but also video services. What was the question?
The superpower.
It's got to be flying, because especially those days when I'm following a limo trying to get to the venue from after the ceremony and there's a lot of traffic, I want to get there fast before the bride and groom gets there. So that's why, flying, because, I wish I'd get to do that soon, which probably will be in a couple of months.
Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Next, we're going to go to Alexandra. Alexandra, how are you?
Good.
I can hear you.
Am I unmuted?
Yes. No, I hear you. You're loud and clear.
Okay, great.
You're loud and clear.
Great. Happy to be here with this community. Hope everyone's well. I am a project manager by nature and have a passion for marketing. So I married the two. My background has always been in marketing and decided to consult. I was with a marketing agency retained by one client and also worked with the Fortune 100 company with big data. I took my experience and I started providing marketing strategy for startups and small businesses who did not have a digital imprint. So my superpower, I like all the superpowers mentioned, especially the teleportation, avoiding traffic, and I'm kind of surprised I didn't hear this, but I'd like to wave my magic wand and make cancer disappear.
Wow, that's a good one.
That's it.
Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing. That's a good one, by the way. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we're going to go to Joe Ponte. How are you, sir? You don't need to unmute your mic. I got you. I got you, sir.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Hope all is well. We're opening up. Today's the first day of phase 1, which is all good. And I do a little real estate and multiple fields, commercial, residential. And I just wanted to touch base. And as far as like the home inspections, I feel as a realtor, every piece of property should be inspected and appraised before it's for sale. Because this way, instead of a 90-day closing to 6 months, it would be 30 to 60 days. And it's good for the home inspector, it's for the seller and the buyer. So I just wanted to throw that out there. And I just like helping people as my superpower. And after the meeting, I have a question. If anybody knows about zoning, it's very important coming up.
And what was your superpower, Joe?
Just helping people.
Like Superman?
Batman or...
All right, Joe. Good to see you, Joe.
Okay.
Next, we're going to go to Bill Souls. How are you, sir? I'm going to see if I can mute the mic. Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah, I can't hear you, sir. So let me see if we can.
How about now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yep.
Okay. Good afternoon or good morning. I'm a psychotherapist, and basically I provide quick symptom relief and comprehensive healing. One of the major things or areas that I'm involved in pertains to trauma. Needless to say, everybody's been experiencing a major trauma via this pandemic. And, related to that, I've been offering pro bono workshops to any large groups, and I'd be more than happy to participate or to lead a mini stress reduction exercise for your group, especially during this time, because we're all experiencing undue stress. Superpower. I'd like to be able to create more time in the day. This way I'd have more time to meet with family, do the work that I need to do.
Oh, well, thank you for sharing, Bill. Good to see you, as always. Next, we're going to go Joel Harris. Joel, how are you, sir?
Hey, good. How are you, Juan? Thank you for having today. Welcome, everybody. My name is Joel Harris. I'm a 42-year photographer. My specialty is events, very, very large events. I work a lot with a lot of the nonprofits. So these could be 5,000 and up people working with multiple photographers and making sure we capture everything. It took a little change during the pandemic. I'm now specializing and working in portrait and family work, and I've been doing a lot of the porch photos that you've been reading about. So I started the Mineola Porch Photos Project, and I've done a little over 100 families in this short period of time. And it's been a lot of fun, and I know it's been really helping people, and they enjoy a happy memory of this not so happy time. My superpower, I have to go with a great hearing, great keen listening. I want to make sure that I can always focus in precisely on who is talking and never be distracted by outside noises.
Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Thank you. Next, we're going to go Tammy. Tammy, how are you, Tammy?
Hey, good morning, everybody. Nice to see you. So I'm Tammy Racanello. I'm the owner of It's Time to Get Fit, and I'm known for my practical advice, real life, on how to fit healthy habits into a busy day and help my clients transform their health and find balance. I do that for companies. I do that for individuals. I'm a writer, food expert, and a contributing book author. I started health journey at 40. I transformed my own life and lost over 140 pounds 18 years ago, and I'm working with people now. So my superpower, I agree with the vet. I want to have speed, and the reason why is because I would like to get everything that is not cool, all the cleaning, all the chore stuff, all that chore stuff type work out of the way very quickly so I could focus on having more time to help people.
All right, well, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. We're going to go to Maria Adamanelli. How are you?
Hi, Juan. Good morning.
Good to see you.
Beata Manelli with Homesmart Premier Living Realty. I'm passionate about real estate and helping people. And I mean, everybody knows what a real estate agent does, so I'm not going to bore you. Yeah, I'm here to help. If anybody has anybody looking to buy, sell, I have a great marketing plan. And my superpower, it's a little superficial, but to stay young.
To stay young. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to go to Ellis Simon. How are you, Ellis? Good to see you, sir.
I am well, Juan. Good to see everybody. I think my superpower is my ability as a storyteller to tell you a story in a way that is clear and compelling, especially if you have a complex topic to talk about. It's something I've been doing now for over 40 years, first as a journalist and later as a public relations person in higher education, professional services, and other fields. And storytelling is important because stories are the way that we relate to one another by telling who we are, what we do, and how we are making a difference. So if you have a good story, you need help telling it, please give me a call, and I'll do my best so that you can live happily ever after. What I am looking for networking-wise is to connect with people who have good connections in the nonprofit sector, and also professionals whose capabilities would augment my own, such as designers, photographers, videographers, web developers. So if you're in that field, I'd love to connect with you.
Well, we sure have a couple of photographers in the call today, so you should be able to connect with a couple of them today, and some people in the not-for-profit world as well. So it was good to see you. Next, we're going to go to my brother, Mauricio Vidas. How are you, sir?
Hey, how's everybody? Hello. Yeah, my superpower, I'd probably either go, everyone's doing teleportation. Maybe I'll do regeneration. chop my arm off, I'll grow it back. So I'll do that. So yeah, I'm Juan's brother. My name is Mauricio. So I focus on websites and social media management. We run the company together. He focuses on Google and reputation management, and I focus mostly on like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok. All my clients are doing great during this time because everyone's going digital. So social media is a lot more important now, and websites and just marketing in general. So if you need advice, just talk to one of us and we'll help you out.
All right, thank you. Thanks again. Jacqueline, is it Jacqueline, or how are you?
Good. How are you? Jacqueline Bottomley. I'm a teacher. My business is All Teach Tutoring. I find kids where they are, take them to success, whether it's struggling, organization, which is a big thing for kids. A lot of them are not doing well in school because they're just not organized. So a big part of what I do is organization. Also pushing kids to beyond their own limits and expectations. So my superpower is finding strengths in kids that they don't know they have. And that could be musical, it could be artistic, and helping them incorporate what may be an external strength and help them to develop their academic skills based on something outside of school.
Well, thank you. And I think everybody else went, I believe. I think everybody else. So what I am going to do, well, let me go. My name is Juan Vides. I'm the owner of Tech ACS Corp. What we do is web design and search engine optimization and online reputation management. Very busy right now. Everybody's updating their websites because there's about 4.5 billion people on the internet. And right now is the time to capitalize yourself because there's so many people online that you should definitely be branding yourself out there and putting yourself out there and constantly putting in people's, just be in front of people on digitally. My superpower, I would say, is time travel. I would love to, maybe go back in the past. I wouldn't change anything, just to go back in time. That's all. But would not change anything, just to go back in time, just to view how history was, because I like history. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the floor. I'm going to unmute everybody. And if anybody wants to share any testimonials, any referrals, or anything like that, please raise your hand. Yes, we'll go with Andrew, and then we'll go to Nancy. Andrew, go ahead, Andrew.
Hey, Juan. Yeah, I want to give a public thank you to Andres Baena. I appreciate what he did for me about a week or two ago. We were just chatting back and forth, and supplied me with a tenant landlord lease agreement. I'm an active real estate investor. So I had a tenant coming up for expiration of the lease, and just gave me kind of a new fresh lease. And it's quite, time consuming putting these documents together. So I just wanted to thank him publicly. And, Juan, you provide a great platform. We're all looking for business, but at the same time, we can help each other, maybe with other aspects, sometimes personally, not even professionally. So I want to thank you as well for that.
No, thank you, sir. And I always recommend, please do those one-to-ones. It's really important that after this meeting to reach out to one another and set up those one-to-one calls, because believe it or not, that's where the real business happens, when you start to get to know one another, ideas, and you start thinking about everybody else in the group, and we start referring one another, and we're here to help one another. So I believe, Nancy, right? Go ahead, Nancy.
Yes. I just wanted to give you, Juan, a big testimonial and a huge thank you, because WOW has been such an amazing platform to so many of us, including myself. I have a lot of new friends just because of this platform. Yep. And those one-to-ones, you're absolutely right. They're so important. I had a wonderful conversation with Joseph Ponte the other day. It was wonderful. I've had great one-to-ones, and this is how we get to know more of each other than just our 60 seconds. I also wanted to give a quick testimonial to Maria, because she did a virtual open house this past weekend, and she was wonderful. And so I really hope that you will sell that condo because you really took the time to showcase it very well. Kudos to you for utilizing the platform of Facebook Live to show your clients or your audience this property that you have at hand. So we'll see.
Absolutely. And
Thank
you know
you,
what?
Nancy.
We're here to support one another. And you know what? Last week, Maria had mentioned that she had a virtual showing.
Yeah.
And I got on it. Everybody else got it.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point. We're all here to support one another. So if you guys have an upcoming event or anything on another Zoom meeting, please feel free to share with us because we're here to help one another and support one another. Like I said, like each other's Facebook page. Make sure you put the Facebook page on the chat so that we can support one another and like each other's page. Anybody else would like to participate? Or yes, Joseph Ponte, sir. Yes, sir.
First of all, if you went back in time for the day, you would have paid $39,000 for your house and came back. You'd have been very happy with a big smile. And I have a question. Does anybody know what zoning laws are? I'm sure some people do, because the state of New York is considering taking over the county and municipalities of all their zoning powers. And you have to look into it, what it means.
Let it happen.
It's going to happen unless the public knows.
Well, that's definitely a one-to-one. You guys
Yes, I just want to let everybody know, don't shake your head. There's things behind closed doors. I'm just saying,
your pants are on backwards.
You should just get involved and find out, because it changes the values of property, positive, negative, I don't know.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right, Professor Matthias, we got about a couple minutes.
Oh,
yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Just to remember to vote June 5th, June 9th, by June 9th in District 15. I'm on the ballot for the Lawrence School Board.
That's right. He's going for the school board. Thank you. We wish you the best
Practice
of
what
luck.
I preach.
We wish you the best of luck, Professor. Yes. Let me see. We got Thomas. Let me see if I could try to unmute the mic. How you doing, Thomas?
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
I just want to mention to Greg, who represents USI, it's certainly a great company. In fact, USI insures our condominium complex down here in Boca Raton. And I also want to mention to Francesco, who specializes in a lot of things, can he make me look 20 years younger? I would appreciate it. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Does anybody else want to share? Or yes, Maria. Go ahead, Maria.
Oh, thank you so much, Nancy, for attending. And thank you, Juan, for letting me share on your platform and bringing everybody together. Nancy's become a great friend, and Andres has become a great friend.
Yeah,
and
we're all great friends.
Yeah, a few people like I've hooked up with. And I spoke to Ingrid yesterday. She's not on the call right now because she had a closing, but
okay,
she's
we gotta
awesome.
work. We gotta make money.
and yeah, and Joe is like my daily, cheery phone calls.
Oh, Joe knows everything. Joe knows everything.
And he provides great information. I know. So you know what? It's true. You become friends with people that you see every day.
And I see. Well, thank you. Good to see you. And I have Ellis Simon, sir. How are you? You had your hand up.
Thank you, Juan. Just want to say it's good to be back. I missed the past couple of weeks, but I feel that there's value in this time, getting to hear everyone's stories and also to make one-on-one connections, which I've had in the past, and I look forward to doing more of that. In fact, I have 2 calls lined up for tomorrow, which is great.
Absolutely. And I have a one-to-one with David Fielding too, so I'm looking forward to that call with David. So learning more about David, you really get to know one another in these one-to-one calls because it's really it's really personal. And again, once you start to know someone personally, you start to do business with one another. And also, Andre, I believe I gave you a referral. So I don't know if you got that referral or not. I think I emailed you a referral. Just want to give you a heads up on that.
Yeah, thank you. I actually have an announcement also for the group.
Sure.
Anyone in real estate, so this is for Joe, Maria, Jim. I'm going to be doing a seminar for my new agents. I've been helping out my partner who is starting up a residential brokerage, Blue Rook, ROOK. So we're doing a seminar June 6th at 10 a.m. For first-time home buyers, for brand new agents who want to learn and understand the whole real estate process, residential. It's open to the public, so anyone's welcome to come on. We're going to have a home inspector and Ingrid Schwartz. She's also going to be on the speaking about title insurance. So June 6th at 10 a.m. I'll have the info distributed out to everyone through Juan. So thank you.
Excellent. Good. Thank you. Good to see you. Alan, you had your hand up, Alan?
I did. I just wanted to mention LinkedIn to everybody because as we're on this call, Eric just sent me a LinkedIn request. So now Eric and I are linked together.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really powerful tool, and I've just started utilizing it a lot more. So certainly if there's anybody that you all want to meet with, take a look at their LinkedIn profile and,
Or-
and request a link to them. So,
Or even better yet, or even put your LinkedIn link on the chat below so that this way we can link each other. So if you have a LinkedIn, just put in the chat and I'll email it to everybody. So make sure, remember, put your telephone, email, Facebook page if you like, or LinkedIn, like Alan said, put it in the chat and I'll email that to everybody. So make sure that everybody gets it. Anybody else would like to participate before we wrap things up? Any other testimonials, upcoming events? Oh yes, David. Yep.
Just a quick shout out to Eileen at Pulse Center and the Take Charge campaign. Just encouraging everybody to please check out the website at takecharge.care. There's a lot of great information and it's timely with the coronavirus going around. It's timely information to help people with advanced directives and asking questions, getting lists of their medications, and negotiating the healthcare field at a critical time.
Okay, definitely. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else before we wrap things up? Okay, well, again, just make sure you get to do those. It's really important to do those one-to-ones. Again, I can't stress it because you get business from that once you start to talk to one another. And it's interesting because once you start talking to one another, you start thinking about somebody else on the group, and it's a great way to refer one another as well within the group. With that said, I just want to say thank you again for attending Winning on Wednesday. We'll be back here on Wednesday again next Wednesday, same time, same place. And remember, we're here 15 minutes early. So if you want to come in 15 minutes early at 10:45, just to network, you can do that too. Come in early. And again, say thank you. And also one last thing, please make sure you like our Facebook page. If you go on Facebook, it's called Winning on Wednesdays. So please make sure you like that page. I'll be posting this video up there so everybody can replay and watch it. Thank you again for attending Winning on Wednesday, and see you next Wednesday. Thank you very much. Have a good bye, everybody. Take care.
Bye, everybody.
Have a great one,
Thank you,
everyone.
Juan.
No problem.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thanks, Juan.